Hello, hello. My name is Kylie Rodriguez, and I am an It Works distributor and also the owner of Chicago Crazy Rap Girls. Today, I am going to show you a video on how to create a Facebook fan page. I have learned quite a bit over the past 2.5 years, and I'd like to share what I've learned with you. So this video is geared towards It Works distributors, but if you are watching this just to learn how to make a Facebook fan page, it should be relevant to you as well. So you are going to start by clicking on the home page of your Facebook account. Scrolling down to the Pages section, you might possibly have pages here, just from different pages that you might have. And there might be and if you don't have pages here, there will probably be a button that says create a page. But for me, I have to click more, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a page. For It Works distributors, I suggest going to company, organization, or institution. Choosing health and beauty, and choosing a company name. Now, a company name would be something like what I have, Chicago Crazy Rap Girls. I would really suggest thinking about this one before you decide to just pick a name. I really don't suggest you just use your name. When I first started and I created my page was called Kylie Rodriguez, It Works distributor, and after a while I thought, man, that's kind of boring. I don't know if I would probably click on a page if it just said somebody's name. So I wanted something a little more intriguing, a little more fun, something to really catch somebody's eye. So think about it for a minute what you would like your page to be. Now, if you do decide to change it on later, you can. Keep in mind that you can only change your name up to 300 likes. Once you get over 300 likes, you are not able to change the name of your site. If you would like to, you would have to start all over again. Alrighty, so go ahead and agree to the Facebook pages and terms and get started. I am not going to go through this part with you guys, but the next few steps are going to be pretty self-explanatory. It's going to ask you, what your page is about, maybe your town that you live in, just a few questions about your page. Alrighty, I'm going to go back to my page. So if you go up to the top where it says Edit Page, Update Page Info, this is probably what you just filled in when you created a page, and you can always go back and edit things. So let's start with General. This General page is very specific to what you would like it to be. If you would like notifications, if you would like tagging ability, I would say the most important thing on this General section is messages. Make sure the messages are turned on. People can contact my page privately. You want people to be able to message your page. That's a huge option. That actually is pretty new. They didn't have that when I first started my page, but it's an awesome option. People are able to message you now, not message your personal Facebook, but message your Facebook fan page and have a conversation with you that way. The only thing that kind of stinks is we are not able to message people, but people can message us and then we can reply. Alrighty, so page info, most of this you probably should have filled in already while creating your page. But the name of my page, my Facebook web address, I just kept that the Facebook name as well, just to keep it simple. Now, I do like to put my Facebook fan page on my labels for my Blitz cards and my catalogs for more exposure. So I would try and keep this not too long. Alrighty, so you could see my companies and organizations, health, beauty. I also put a subcategory, spa, beauty, and personal care. Now, I chose not to put my address here. I really don't want people showing up at my door because I'm not a business like that. This is my home address. So I chose to not put an address, but I did choose to put a town name. Now, I strongly recommend you do put your town name. Because if someone were to go on Google and type in, maybe Crystal Lake, It Works Raps, Crystal Lake, Chicago Crazy Rap Girls, more than likely my Facebook fan page will pop up. So if you have your town in there, that optimizes your Facebook fan page more for Google. So hopefully people can find you better. So make sure you have your town and your zip code. Here you can see that I launched my business on July 11, 2011. This is actually when I joined It Works, and I decided to put that date. Here's a short description of my Facebook fan page. Keep it short and sweet and get to the point. Make sure this is not too long because this is actually going to be on the very front page of your Facebook fan page. So when people go onto your page, they are going to see this short description. The long description, they would only be able to see if they actually were to click that About section. And I'm going to show you that when we go back to the page. This, I kind of decided to keep it blank. If you would like to, you could fill it in. Make sure you definitely have your phone number, and you definitely have your email, and you definitely have your web address. Alrighty, so admin roles. This is just me. This is where you would put your name, and you're the manager of the page. If you choose to create a content creator or someone to help you with a page, you can also add their name here. There are a few team members that I am a content creator on their page just to help them out, but for the most part, this should be you running that page. And that's not something very important. So going back to view page. Now, when someone goes to the top and types in your web address, facebook.com/Chicago Crazy Rap Girls, this is what they're going to see. They're not going to see this part. This is your admin panel. This is only for the people that run this page. So from here down is what they're going to see. So as you can see, when they first come on this page, they're going to see your profile picture, your cover photo, your short description, and your tabs. So this is the most important part of your page. So make sure that we really get this part right. So I'm going to go through a few things here. Alrighty, so your profile picture, super duper duper important. This is also going to be the little tab. If you decide to comment on your post, it's going to also have that picture, just like your normal Facebook would be. So I suggest your profile picture being a picture of you. When you just get started with It Works, you might not have an It Works picture of you. And if you don't, and if you just have maybe a little description that says, have you tried that crazy rep thing or something like that, that definitely works too, but eventually I highly suggest putting in a picture of yourself. It is your page. We are not the It Works Global company, so we are promoting ourselves. So I would definitely put a picture of you or a picture of you and your team or, something that appeals people to you. So you can kind of see, I'm going to go to the beginning. You can kind of see when I first started, I really didn't have a picture of me. So, I just put It Works distributor. Just a few things in the beginning until I started learning more about fan pages and I knew it had to be something fun. So make sure your profile picture is not distorted. It must be very clear. It must be very bright. If it's distorted or dark or grainy, that's not attractive. People do not want to look at things like that. So this is one of the first profile pictures that I created, and I did use a super nice camera, and it was very bright out, and it looks like we're having fun, so that was an awesome picture. I did do a giveaway at one point, so I did that. Me and my daughter. Again, this is probably not the best high quality picture. And neither is this, but just something fun. I love this one because, you know, this is me and a team member and we're blitzing and it's bright and it's pretty and we look like we're having fun. So it's another great description, and this is just my goofy self doing work and talking on the phone. So pick a nice, beautiful, bright profile picture. Now, as far as a cover photo, I'm going to go back to the beginning. We have many different cover photos that you can choose from. We have this one, and we have a few other ones. If you want to ask me what the other ones are, I can send them to you. But there are cover photos that the company provides that is the exact size, so it's going to fit perfectly on the cover photo picture. Now, and this one did too, do not, and this one actually didn't fit perfectly, but once it was cropped, it looked nice just having the pictures. And this was just a picture I took myself. Same with that one. Now, so I would suggest having something like this on your cover photo, something like this. But as you can see on mine, you know, I am promoting more Chicago Crazy Rap Girls. I'm promoting more of myself, so I did like the group of people as my cover photo for now. Alrighty, so these two pictures are very, very, very important. Make sure they're bright, make sure they're clear, make sure they look good, make sure they're fun and attractive. Now, the short description is another very, very, very important part of your page. You can see here I wrote Kylie Rodriguez is the owner of Chicago Crazy Rap Girls, making it a mission to help people improve their health and finances through this crazy rap thing. If your description is missing words, like it said something like improve their health and finances through, and then you wrote too much and it ended up not fitting here, you need to fix that as soon as possible. This description should fit in this box because more than likely they're probably not going to click on that, but if they do, that's where they would see the entire description. So make sure it fits perfectly in that box. If it goes over, you need to shorten your description. Now, before in the edit page setting, we saw the short description and we saw the long description. This is my long description. And you could see it's not that long. But, you know, I like to keep things simple. People get bored and people don't want to read tons and tons and tons of literature on your Facebook fan page. They just want to know what it is and, you know, what's going on here. So I do like to keep it simple. And you could see here, this is where they would find your phone number, your email, your website. And that was all if they were to click here. Alrighty, so this is where you're going to see your photos. And then you're probably going to have a little box here that says likes. It'll show the amount of likes you have. I did create these custom tabs. Now they look super duper nice, but they were very complicated to create. And I was thinking about doing a video on creating the tabs just so you could learn how to do that. But unfortunately, our websites are blocked right now with Facebook, so that's just not going to work with you guys right now. But when they unblock them, I will one day show you a tutorial on how to create these tabs because, I mean, they look super nice. But for now, you're good with your photos and your likes tab. You'll see that you'll have this and this. Alrighty, now let's move up here. This is your admin panel. This is how you're going to run your site. So here you're going to see all of your posts and the total reach, the paid reach. This is if you were to boost your post by paying for it. And this is where you're able to pay for it if you would like to. If your post has a little star next to it, that's a really good sign. That means that your post got a lot of engagement, and basically it was starred. Alrighty, now I told you guys to make sure you have your messages on. This is where you're going to see your messages. So you can see that these people are the people that actually wrote my page, and I am able to respond to them there. So I don't know why this is here right now, but normally this says pay for likes. Basically, you are able to pay to get more likes, and this is a great feature because you are able to basically run ads in people's news feeds. That way you are able to gain more likes, and the more likes you have, the better it is. It's almost like people adding you as a friend. You know, you want a lot of friends, but here you want a lot of likes. When someone comes to your page and they see, wow, this person has 936 likes, you know, that looks pretty good. If they saw you have 10 likes, it might not look so good. So of course the more likes you have, the better it is, and the better, you know, your website is exposed to more and more people. So normally right here you're able to promote your likes. I'm not sure why it's doing promote website right now. But here's your insight. As you can see, my insights are not so great right now. I have been slacking a little bit on my page, but you can see that my people that the post reached this week was only 656, and it was down 93% from last week. So that's bad. This should always be green, not red. Alrighty, so when you first set up your fan page, you are going to be able to invite all of your friends. And what's going to happen is your friends are going to get a notification that said Kylie Rodriguez invited you to like Chicago Crazy Rap Girls. And that is what it was going to say. So you can see that I have actually invited all of these people already, but they chose not to like my page. So I can actually go through again and invite them to like my page. It refreshes every once in a while. So that's basically your admin panel. I am going to talk about this right now. I kind of explained the likes. You want more likes. The more likes, the better you are, the more exposure people have to your page. But what is talking about this? So this is a very interesting thing that we have on our sites, and 120 people talking about this. This does not mean that people are picking up their phones talking about Chicago Crazy Rap Girls. It's kind of funny that they use the phrase talking about this, but basically, when it says talking about this, this is the number of users who have created a story about my page in the past 7 days. So basically, a story is when it shows up in somebody else's news feed. So are you ever scrolling through your news feed and you see something like so and so liked this post, and it's not even a page you're part of or a friend that you have, it's just someone that liked that post and it showed up on your news feed? Well, this is what happened. 120 people liked, commented, and it showed up on somebody else's news feed. So the higher this number is, the more exposure that you're getting to people that don't like your page. And, you know, that's what we want. That's what we want. We want more people to like our page. We want our page to be exposed to as many people as possible. Okay, so now that we pretty much have the top section down, we have our profile picture, we have our cover photo, we have our short description, we have everything set up here, which is, remember, one of the most important parts of your page because that's the first thing that people will see. The next thing that we are going to want to do is create some content. So when you just create your Facebook fan page, you don't want to post everything that you have. So you don't want to start going crazy and just post before and after albums, marketing albums, join distributor albums, rep party albums. You want to post little by little so you keep showing up on people's news feeds every day, every couple days, or twice a day, or every couple days. You want to post, I would probably say 1 or 2 times a day would be a good idea to post that often on your page. So, and I also would not be posting all day who wants to buy, who wants to join, who wants to have a party. Switch it up. Try and get people intrigued with your page and not frustrated and bored with your page. Because you know what? People can go here and unlike your page. And that's bad. You don't want people to unlike your page. So you want to be posting good stuff on your page so people don't unlike it. Now you can see my first post here is not about It Works, but it is about Spring Forward that happened yesterday. Now I thought this would be a good idea to post this because I was seeing this all over my newsfeed last night. I was seeing Don't Forget Spring Forward, and you know what? I found this fun image and it was green and that's our colors, and I thought this would be perfect to put on my fan page. So you can see I wrote Don't Forget, share, share, share. And my goal was to get people to share this image because when you share an image, you get more exposure. So your ultimate goal with a Facebook fan page is to get people to like, comment, and share your posts. If you are posting things all day that aren't appealing and that maybe you wouldn't like or comment or share, then maybe you should think again on what you are posting. And don't get me wrong, I'm not always posting things that I think that people will like, comment, and share, but I really try as hard as I can to most of the time because you could see, that 337 people saw this post because I got 4 shares. And you know what's happening when people share my post? It is exposing my business to new people that aren't likes on my page. So you can see that I do have 936 likes. Now, the very, very unfortunate part about a Facebook fan page is typically not even half of these people will see my posts. Now, I'm not sure why they started doing that. It wasn't like that before, but probably because, it was just too much on people's news feed. But you can see that 337 people that saw this post, that was a pretty good post. Alrighty, so moving on, we got some rap results in. 4 likes, 98 people saw this. Alrighty, and I was posting a little bit of our Blitz scavenger hunt. Now this is a good one. Hey, I'm depositing rap cash. Now let me show you guys what I did here. You can see that 364 people saw this. That's pretty darn good. You see I didn't get any shares. So how did that many people see this? Well, I went over here and I tagged this photo and I put my name in there. So you could see it says with Kylie Gillen Rodriguez. When you tag yourself in the photo, it's going to come up on your timeline, which means your friends are going to see this picture. Now, typically when I tag myself in a picture, it's usually when I post a picture of myself or maybe of myself doing something. I really don't recommend tagging yourself in every single picture that you post. Your friends might get a little frustrated with you. But, this is a good one to also promote my business because I was telling them that, hey, I've got cash. Look what I did this week. Alrighty, so we had that online It Works party, and I shared that with my guests. You could see I only got 1 like, and only 56 people saw this. It wasn't so great, and it really wasn't that big of an intriguing post. Posted about our hair, skin, and nails. Running low again. Best day to join It Works Global. No likes. We got one comment. Now, guys, if someone were to see this in their newsfeed and they were to click on it, that's going to be better for your posts. That's going to basically tell Facebook, hey, people are clicking on this post. Even though people aren't liking or commenting, there's only one comment, that this post maybe is more relevant to people. People are intrigued on what it is, and it will show up on more people's page. And I did a video, no comments. And I did a little post about different sort of treatments. Got one share. Alrighty, moving on down here. We have almost 10,000 people that saw this post. How did that happen? Well, I decided to boost my post. You can see on the side of your post it says boost post. And here you can decide to choose people you choose through targeting. You can pick your countries, you can pick your ages. Now I usually do from 24 to 64. I usually do it at women, and it all depends on how much you want to spend. And I usually do people you choose. So I decided to promote this post. Basically, this is a good post. You know, you do not want to post things where all the text is all clumped together, where it's just one long clump, because that's harsh on your eyes. This is a lot easier to read on your eyes. This is a lot more intriguing for people to actually look at. So, hearing lots of buzz about that crazy wrap thing, right now you have the opportunity to try it at wholesale pricing. This means you can get 4 for $59. This is my top 2 sentences. This is great because it tells people what it is. It tells people what they want to hear, that they can get a deal. And then if they keep reading, it explains what it does. And then, of course, I did not forget my contact information because they need that. And it's funny because I read an article one time that if you use the phrase PS, people are more likely to read the PS if they're just scrolling through their post. They're more likely to read it if it says PS than the whole post. So they would be like, well, what's PS? And then I add a PPS. So we got more to read. And of course, I added a pretty bright, clear picture of have you tried that crazy wrap thing and a picture of my stomach. Now, I will be honest with you, I did not get the best results from this. I actually paid $30 and I only got 6 likes. Actually, I think the girl deleted her comment, but the girl above this wrote, that's not the same person. And I said, yes it is, it's me. And then another girl wrote in French that it wasn't the same girl. And I said, yes, that's me, thank you. So people are funny, they're just always trying to put you down. But anyways, you know, I've actually boosted a few posts in the past, and I really don't think it's that great. I don't know, I haven't really seen the best results on boosting posts. You know what, I actually did get 2 loyal customers from this. I forgot to mention that, which was great. So that was, you know, pretty awesome that they had just happened to go on my page and order. But as far as paying to improve your page, I really would recommend you paying for likes instead of paying for boosts. Because you can see that I had 6 people like this comment, but they might have not even liked my page. And you know what? The point of this is to get people to like your page so they keep seeing your posts. They see your post every day or every other day. And they keep thinking, oh man, I gotta try those wraps, you know? But these people, I mean, it saw almost 10,000 people. I should have gotten a lot more interaction. I think next time I definitely would have paid $30 to get more likes instead of to get more exposure on this post. So, another video, how to wrap your legs. And moving on down here, try to mix it up. A good thing to post on our Facebook fan pages are maybe recipes, quotes, positive things. Maybe advertise yourself. Post about what you're doing. Post about, you doing a wrap party. Here, you can see down here. Hey, I posted that I was at a wrap party. Look at how much engagement that got. I did not tag myself. I did not even share this picture. And I got 23 likes and comments. And 451 people saw this. So post about what you're doing. That's so much more intriguing than just posting text or posting belly pictures. I mean, belly pictures are fun, but I think posting silly stuff like this is really gonna get a kick out of people. And you know what? If I saw something like this on my newsfeed, I think that I would like it too. And you gotta think like that. What would you like in your newsfeed? You want to attract people. And again, work like a boss. And you could see that I only got one share. 185 people saw this. And the picture of me, I think, I think it's very important to post about your life and post about what you're doing and post pictures of yourself and your team. And you know what? If you take a picture like this of me, I did tag myself. And let's say Leo is in the picture too. I'm going to tag Leo in the picture because I want my page to get as much exposure as I can get. So, this is fun. This is what we did this morning. This is me and my kids making Profit banana muffins, so I posted about it. 365 people saw this because I tagged myself in it. I got a new comment. Comments are the best. I think likes are great, but when you can get someone to comment on your post, that is ideal, because commenting is actually going to show up in more people's news feed, those unique stories like I was telling you about. They're more likely to show up in your news feed than likes are, so comments are good. So I really would try and here's a recipe I did over here. I really would try to engage with your likes, with your fans as much as possible, and possibly ask questions. Maybe once you start interacting with people more, and if you can get good responses from people, more before and after pictures. But if you can get responses from people, that would be like ideal. The more comments on your page, the better. So this is a very bad example because my page isn't doing so good right now, but this is the gist of it, guys. I definitely have to work on my page a lot more because, as you can see, it's going down and not getting very many likes and very many comments. But you know what? That's okay, because you could turn that around so quickly. Now, one last thing. Do not sit on Facebook all day posting and posting and posting. If you can find 2 hours a week that you can sit down on your Facebook fan page and schedule posts. So what does that mean? All right, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? I'm just using this as an example. Alrighty, so I'm gonna click this little clock button. And you know what? I don't want to post this right now. I want to post this tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. So that's the very first thing they see when they wake up is, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? And I'm going to schedule that post. I'm not really going to do it, just for an example, but you can keep scheduling and scheduling and scheduling posts. So you can schedule posts twice a day, every day. So if you don't have time to be doing your Facebook fan page, I really suggest scheduling posts. This way you can keep your page active. Now, I will admit that my page hasn't been the most active as it could have been. I actually tried to do a video like this before when I had a lot of good stuff going on and it didn't work out, but you know what? You guys get the gist of it. You guys get the gist of what you want on your page, the content. Make sure, you know, something fun and get to the point here. Good profile picture, good cover picture. Post on your page once or twice a day. And, you know, that's pretty much it.